Hello and welcome to the season finale, round 12 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race Extra Large, the 108th ever in this championship. Sponsored by World Class Lines, of course, and tonight it's the Radix P6, the mod by Martin Capel at Westhill International. I'm Peter Butcher, you're watching Sim Broadcast, and joining me in the commentary box, as ever, it's Eoin Harmon and Miika Särkkinen. Eoin, first of all, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm keeping well. Happy December. It's getting close to the end of the year, which is absolutely mad to think about. I'm delighted to be here.
Miika, yourself?
Good evening. I'm doing well as well. Well, that sounds weird, but that's okay.
That is okay, absolutely fine. Yeah, the second season finale of the week, Miika, for you. Last night's event went pretty well, and hopefully tonight's goes well as well with another very, very fast car. It's the Radix P6 mod. There is the championship, and yeah, tonight is the last round of this season where the champion will be crowned if they aren't already. We'll talk about that more in a moment. We are at Westhill International, a crowd and fan favourite. We've got 41 laps of racing tonight around the 5.8 kilometre, 3.6 mile Westhill International configuration, and that'll be going underway in about 3 minutes' time. There is a mandatory 10-second pit stop, of course. We normally have that during the XL edition of RTFR, and the drivers have done just over an hour of qualifying. In fact, the qualifying session has just finished, and we'll go through the results in just a moment's time. But yeah, Martin Capel is on the server. He is going to be driving around tonight in his own mod. He's also in the commentary box. You can't hear him, but we can. And yeah, he built this in collaboration with Pedro XDBR. It's a 1.3 litre inline-4 rear-wheel drive car that is a heck of a lot of fun. It looks super quick around here, Eoin.
Yeah, the downforce is absolutely remarkable on this particular lightweight car. You'll see in Sector 1 it's going to absolutely blaze through these corners. And even then, even Sector 2 and the final corner, Sector 3, you won't have very many braking points either. So full throttled action coming right up.
Yeah, it is indeed. Let's have a look then at the standings for the championship and see where everybody lines up ahead of the final round tonight. Yes, it is Gabba leading the way, and he's not yet in the server, Owen, I don't think. He's not here, so it's Thamuli in P2. Johnny SVK, Rony, Rick Cardle, Steve Martin, Michael, Trespasser, Manchester, and Yari Katilla, the top 10 at the moment in the championship. And do we have any insight into what's going on at the top here?
Go ahead.
According to Rony, for the points, Thamuli would have needed a full grid of cars and a pole position and a race win and everything. So, as we don't have full grid, it means Gabba will take the crown, the championship. Well done to him. But Thamuli, of course, he's here defending or trying to make as much out of it as he can tonight.
Yeah, we've got a fight for P2, haven't we, between Johnny SVK and Thamuli. Rony is here as well, so the prizes are awarded down the order. So yeah, there are still places to be fought, but Gabba has done it again. He sealed the deal in RTFR XL and takes the championship. He's not here to celebrate tonight, but his teammate Unite is here to do the honours for the team. And let's flash up the rest of the championship standings, shall we? Because it's been a long year, and we've had a lot of drivers compete in at least one round. We'll try and get them all on stream now before we go for the start of the race. 73 drivers are scoring at least a point this season. Thank you to everyone who has attended and participated. Obviously, the list will be longer. Not everybody scores points, of course, because they either don't finish or whatever. But yeah, good to see another large turnout for RTFR XL this year. And congratulations to Gabba. Let's see who finishes in P2. Will it be Thamuli or Johnny SVK? Thamuli's here. He's ready to go. Let's see if he can manage it. Yeah, qualifying has been and gone. Let's take a look at the results of that and set the grid. It's another great result for Sufort, carrying his momentum from last night into tonight's action at 1:49.39, ahead of Cried and Matty. So another nice three-way there between the MRC guys. Unite will join Matty on row 2, and I'm going to throw the microphone over to Eoin Harmon, who's going to take us away for the grid.
Yeah, MRC domination in qualifying. Can they convert it into the final XL win of the 2025 season? The lights are illuminating. Ready to go. Decent hold, but they're away. Making sure not to wheel spin too hard. And Super already has to defend from last month's winner. And Cried will pick the outside line. But Gabri, in fairness, has a very good launch. he'll look at Johnny on the inside and he'll breeze ahead. Sidus Unite on his own tonight for the team. Has Matty to his left. Otherwise looks pretty impeccable. Team Sony an awkward spot in the middle, just in the background here. And a bit of understeer as well. Otherwise, fairly handy start.
Yeah, great start. Johnny SVK here, looking to make the move, but yeah, he's been beaten out there by Gabri. Everyone trying to find some sort of order as we got a car wide. Was that Fustuk? Yeah, was. And he's going to get swallowed up here by 4 cars. That's T-Bug running straight into the back of him.
Oh, he's sent airborne, out of bounds.
Yeah, that was quite silly. Well, that was Gott that got sent out of bounds. No, sorry, Gott is out as well. Yeah, Gott's out, unfortunately. But that was mighty silly. 4 wide, running into the back of a car that was rejoining. As we've got Michael, Johnny, and Thamuli together.
Johnny SVK, he started all the way from P5. Of course, lost the first position to Gabri in the very first corner, and now Hemel is all over his back. It's looking good for them, only keeping his P2 in the championship standing as if Johnny SVK can pick up his pace. But also Michael is not far away there and might come and punish them as well.
Majesta in the draft of Hosep just behind these guys as well, and he's made the move into the final corner. We are through and completing lap number 1 already as Sufol makes his way up towards start finish, and he's already got a healthy lead over Cried. Trespasser having a run on Martin Capal here, and he's through into turn 1. Ooh. Trespasser under the rear wing of Rayman immediately up towards turn 2, and Rony's caught up to the back of Martin as well.
Yeah, the extra downforce will certainly play its factor here. You can now see the attack from Trespasser back down into turn 4, I believe. That's lovely stuff there. Gets his chance to overtake Rayman now, so Trespasser looks to be on a roll as he glides through these corners. You can really see this car pulling incredible speeds. 5th gear, 200 kilometers an hour.
Majesta and Hosep side by side. In fact, Majesta there trying to get through. And Hosep's got him back at some point, as we need to look at the fight with Capal and Rayman. Capal losing a little bit of time there, and Rony's able to send it up the inside as we've got a 3-wide further forward with Unite.
Yeah, Gabri defends his inside, and Unite almost making regular contact like every minute. He's managing to tag Gabri, and he's gone a little bit too deep there. Has to resort to the grass before the 11-12 chicane. And he's on the scenery again, so that'll be an easy pass for Matty.
Yeah, we've got cars slipstreaming everywhere. We've got Johnny
for second
and
in the championship.
Yeah, Johnny and Thamuli battling for second overall in the championship. They try to get through Unite. They both get through. Unite forced out wide. They're still side by side.
This is crazy stuff now.
Unite is also there, right? In the slipstream. It's going to be a 3-way slipstream. And
there we go.
Contact. Demoli didn't see Unite coming up there. Tried to go around Johnny SVK.
Well, that's big. Well, it's not that big, but it was a big accident. Michael's managed to get back through Trespasser while all that was going on, but yeah, Johnny SVK currently leading Thamuli. He's going to need Thamuli to, potentially not even finish the race in order to get enough points to overtake him in the championship. But that was step 1 in achieving that goal. 3 into 1 didn't go there, did it?
It could have gone.
Yeah,
it could have done for sure.
Twitch chat, and he's been saying a few things there. I'll be interested to find out what he thinks of that collision there. Certainly a tricky one to call, but Rony and Michael Malik having a duel here, and Michael has the better of it so far, and Rony wants us to call his livery the RTF4 promo skin, so I suppose I'll give him that one, but it is Rony's skin, let's be honest.
Martin Capal is, as I mentioned, he's joined us in the commentary box, so we have a great opportunity here to psych him out by saying, Rayman's going for a dive. He's going for a dive on... No, he's not. But we're going to do that later on to see if we can psych Martin out. As Rony pulls out of the slipstream on Michael Malik down towards the next corner. And that's job done. He's through in the RTFR promo livery.
Yes.
Yeah, that's more the RDFR promo livery and not the classic Rony green one, all green. This I prefer this look a little better. But this is the fight again between Manchester and Josep right there.
Oh, big slide
big
there from
slide
Josep.
there. That allows Manchester to get back into the slipstream. Let's see if he can make the move before turn 1. Seems like he's just a bit too far away.
Tamuli's bailing him out here, to be honest. Yeah, he has to back off, I'm afraid, there, Miika. But Manchester should be encouraged there. 153.05 lost him a fair bit of time, but he's far from eliminated in this contest, and he should be able to just stay single file through these extremely quick corners around Westhill International.
Well, tonight is an MRC domination so far. The top 5 occupied by MRC, as there's a bit of a change position there with Gabri and Johnny SVK. Johnny SVK up to P4 as Gabri makes a bit of a wobble. Best of the rest tonight is down in P6. It's Thamuli. Unbelievable performance from MRC so far. Rony has spun. Martin Kapow informs us that he has looped it and is just about regaining his position there. Down in P18. Wow.
Yeah, Gabri just hit the back of Johnny SVK. Johnny SVK went a bit on the grass following that, but luckily he survived and didn't lose much time. So he's right behind Gabri again and able to push an attack.
Yeah, there's a nice queue of cars lining themselves up behind these guys. Thamuli, as I mentioned, is at the front of that pack, but Josep might have a slipstream here. That was a better exit for him for sure. It's going to be close. Is he going to go for it? Yeah, he's going to go for it.
Pushing as hard as he can down the inside, second gear, 120 kilometers an hour. But of course, the step 1 is done, but step 2 is the slipstream. We see it all the time on other circuits, particularly Blackwood is famous for these kind of slipstream battles. But now Josep has to realize he may have gone for it a little bit too soon. His fast lap there, 151.7, a new PB for himself. But Thamuli is back in front in 6th.
Yeah, with Unite out of this race, it's flipped it upside down really. No Sidus contest at all. So yeah, let's see if these two can work together somehow to close up to the top 5. Well, Josep and Thamuli battling hard probably aren't going to be catching at this point. So that's great news for Johnny and the rest of his team.
Yeah, MRC doing very great domination tonight, having the top 5 all locked out. That's pretty unusual side, but of course, great job to all of those guys.
Oh, car off backwards. Was that sick? Cyril Basset? No. Who else?
Seek, no.
Oh, Magic. It's Magic who's in the gravel.
Magic.
Yeah, I couldn't
Careful.
tell.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh.
One near miss.
Yeah.
That was a terrible rejoin, wasn't it?
He did stop on the edge of the track. He didn't do anything particularly wrong.
Yeah, at least he kept his foot on the brakes and didn't move. Yeah, exactly.
He was on the grass and he stopped when he realised he couldn't rejoin safely.
Josep here in P8. Trying to get past Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester has just passed Josep since Josep was battling Thamuli last lap.
Yeah,
yes, you're right. Oh, we're jumping up and down the order here.
Yeah. Manchester with some good paces already taken a bit of gap against Josep. And this is Michael Malek and Martin Kabul. Am I right? Oh no, it's just Passer.
No, it is. It's Martin Kabul. It's our Czech contingent battling each other out on track.
Yeah, we don't have many custom liveries tonight on this car. So yeah, Manchester is in the blue. Trespasser here in the sort of dark grey, I suppose you can call it. But fastest lap there for Matty, who does have a particular E-Challenge skin on his car. That looks pretty snazzy indeed. So fastest lap there for Matty. 1 minute 52.9. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Or saw someone else laps. 150.55. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, great lap, but not enough to close up to Cried and Sufor just yet, but trending in the right direction. There are your top three just about on camera. Gabri and Johnny SVK just behind. There they are. And then there's a fairly big gap back to Thamuli, P6. He is 11 seconds off of our leader already. Obviously, not accounting for the potential that these drivers are using different fuel strategies tonight. We don't know how heavy the cars were when they set off from the grid. There are 10 seconds to serve in a pit stop. Who is going to utilise that for a bit of fuel, do we think?
Yeah, the tank is not big enough in this car to complete a full race. It's a 42 lap race, actually got extended by 1 lap. The estimate had to be changed, but anyway, the fuel range is 23 to 24 laps, meaning that you get nearly halfway, or a bit more than halfway, but you still definitely have to refuel. So who has gone a bit lighter in the first stint and who wants to go longer?
Do you know what
tires
would be funny?
should be pretty strong. Go ahead.
It'd be funny if Martin changed the mod before tonight's race to reduce the fuel tank size just a bit as Rony gets past Team Eoin. I'm just trying to distract Flame in the commentary box here. It's quite good fun. But yeah, did you change the fuel tank, Martin, or is it still the same? He hasn't changed it. He's not like that, is he? So yeah, it is the same fuel tank. I'm the person with the nefarious attitude towards mod racing in LFS, apparently.
Yeah, you're the one who would have done it.
I'm the naughty boy. Yeah, exactly. No, I wouldn't do that. Or would I? 2-4 leads. Maybe I would. I don't encourage bad behaviour.
We'll get it all sorted out at Crashmas.
Exactly.
We can talk about Crashmas now.
Can we? It's December.
Yeah, it's just around the corner now.
Just around the corner. Gabri with a bit of a slide through the chicane ahead of Johnny SVK. Johnny would have saw that and he would have thought, ooh, there's an opportunity maybe. But yeah, the gap to the battle behind has opened up. Actually, no, it's come down slightly. Sorry, it's down to below 3 seconds. As well, Thamuli's going to want to try and get away from Majesta, but they're both following pretty closely. It's an uncomfortable distance. That one mistake and it can all change.
Yeah, you don't want to be making too many mistakes in a car like this. It will punish you quite heavily, and when you have close competition, that's even more impactful.
Yeah, indeed. You would have seen on the cameras there, the cars all sweep through that 11-12 chicane magnificently, like they're capable of third gear sweeping around that chicane, so they barely have to use the brake. So there's a fast circuit, particularly in sector 1, combined with a car that can do these corners with very little braking power. Like you'll see again, they'll just dab off the throttle for a sec, back on the power, no need to brake. It's absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, I mean it's a wonder that we've had quite as many crashes as we've already had. But well, there you can see it. Actually, Josep took too much curb there, drove over the back, lost the rear, and loses a lot of time.
Can he gain it all back though? You can just sense he has to be brave this time. But no doubt Mad Jester is in the awkward position. He knows that anything going on behind him, he has to react, and he can't take his eye off Thamuli for very long either, since they will have a clash if he's not careful. And now a look at Rayman. Oh, Rayman's crashed. That's what's happened. Thank you for the update there, Chris, in my ear. But Rony and Stephen Martin are now free to have a battle with Team Eoin. That's a shame to lose Rayman from this race, giving us 18 competitors remaining.
Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's decided to call it a day. That's a shame.
He crashed it. Yeah.
So Rony, however, he must have made a mistake just as we turned the camera away from him, because he's dropped back quite a bit from Steve Martin now. So into the clutches of the gentleman driver, Mr. Team Eoin.
Yeah, Rony was catching up Stephen Martin quite a bit, but he had a little bit of oversteer as we bent the camera away, so that's why he lost the time. It seems like he's gaining again on Stephen Martin, so Rony seems to have much more pace, and it's just a matter of time until he can make the overtake.
Seek's lap wasn't great there in P13, so he could be vulnerable, but we'll move on to the drivers out of range for them It's Martin Kapal and Fistic and Michael, indeed, sorry. And
Yeah.
Michael Malik and Martin Kapal are closest, with Fistic by himself for now. Michael Malik losing 200ths of a second, that's all in that lap.
Rony's got a slipstream here on Stephen Martin here over start finish. Pulls out to the inside. Just ahead of them, Cyril Basset going through turn 1. Ooh, that's a nice move.
It's beautiful when you sweep through like that. Like you just place your car inside there, slightly ahead, and just make the turn. It's a beautiful pass. This
car is on rails, but some drivers really are still pushing the limits of the track. There, Martin going all the way over to the grass. At some point, I thought at some point he was going to get close enough to get in the slipstream with Michael, but not quite. We'll keep an eye as his race develops. Fistic behind actually could potentially getting slightly closer. Michael's gone off. Is it going to be a Kapow or is it going to be a Kapass? It's a Kapass. He's through.
Kapow. Michael has to get the grime and gruff all off the tires now. This particular section can be the most lethal if you're not careful. Turns 8, 9 and 10 will really force the car through its paces, and yeah, he does take a lot of curb on the inside to give himself a chance again. So this looks pretty quick. Yeah, he's got a little bit of overspeed, and that'll help him out on the start finish straight for that precious slipstream. And Fistic is quickest of all in sector 2, so Fistic is now in this battle for the top 10.
I thought you were going to shout he was going for a dive. I thought you were going to do it.
Yeah, not from that range.
You never know. Martin doesn't know that. Anyway, slipstream, here he goes. He is actually going to go for a dive this time. Up the inside. Martin gives him plenty of room, and he's through. Back through.
Ooh. But not yet. It is an oversteer moment there for Michael. But the switchback, Kapal in the awkward entry on the inside.
Watch
having
out
to
for Fistic.
understeer up. And Fistic is
contact.
flying, but it's a bit of contact at the back. And Michael is quicker again. Into turn 3 they go. And Martin's going to understeer badly. So that's a sweep for Fistic on that beautiful corner entry. And he might try the double.
Can you take the boat?
Oh,
No
he's
way.
pushing too hard. Yeah, he's wide.
Oh, it was a very nice try for Fistic.
Yeah, respect.
Almost a double overtake.
It looked good. It looked good. I massive respect for giving that a go. But in the end, it didn't work. He has the pace, though. He has the pace, certainly, to close up, as we've got Rony Krompush having an outside look at Cyril Basset. Is he going to hang it around the outside? Yes, he's got a nose in there. That's a lovely move. Oh, no, bit of oversteer.
Cyril is not giving up.
No.
He's putting a
nor should
defense. Yeah, no reason to give up. And he's kept the place for now. But Rony again, slightly better exit and a little bit of slipstream. He's back through again. Now let's see, there's a hard braking into the left-hander. Can Cyril do any fight back here? No, not at the moment. We still have a couple of straights coming up, so he might pick up a slipstream.
Yeah, Rony through on Cyril there, and well, in the end, it was a good move.
Yet.
Oh no, not again!
This car forcing everyone to grip their wheels tightly, because it just forces the rear end out so often if it's unsettled. And Cyril or Seek has a chance to at least claw a little time back. He's not going to make the overtake from this distance. He's already slower than Rony's losing time to him as opposed to returning it. So Rony should be secure for now. Stephen Martin, though, is getting more comfortable in the car with a new PB of a 152.99. So there we go. He's found his mojo, and he'll try and push on to catch up to Cyril again.
Yeah, speaking of catching up, Thamuli is catching up to the back of Johnny SVK, but he's being absolutely hounded at the moment by Mad Jester, who seemingly really wants to get past at this point in the race. Does he know that there is a battle for P2 in the championship right ahead of him? Let's see. I don't think that's going to stop him from trying to go for the overtake. He is in this for himself, of course. But yeah, Thamuli is going to be more nervous around him than he would normally be on a regular RTFR XL round. But there is prize money at stake for his position in this race. Thamuli needs to finish if Johnny SVK gets a good score tonight.
That's very true.
preferably not finish too far behind.
No,
That's fine.
exactly. But yeah, with it being a smaller grid, obviously the spread of points is reduced, and I think Johnny SVK can still mathematically get second, and Thamuli definitely needs to finish.
Yes, Manchester also having some mad pace, could I say? It's been catching up very good. I wonder if for them, if it's a wiser strategy to take it easy, maybe let Manchester through with a little bit of fight, like not too much fighting, and then stick it behind Manchester and hope he'll catch Johnny SVK, and then Emily could have a double overtake coming up.
Well, he's got to worry about getting a single overtake first, and yeah, he was way too close to the back of Thamuli through turn 2, and that is the result of the downforce just not being there over the car. He was too close, and he's lost a bit of time. Puts a lot of energy through the front tyres as well doing that, so not going to be an ideal strategy if he wants to keep the tyres good till the end.
Yeah, if people have been fueling their tanks very high, then expect pit stops in the next 12 laps or so. So we're about halfway through a scheduled fuel run at the moment. So if anyone needs to pit a little bit earlier, then we'll certainly keep an eye out. But I haven't noticed anything too clear yet.
Here he is again then, the man of the hour. I spoke to him yesterday and he said, I can't really do much to help you with the broadcast tonight, Pete. I want to drive. So Martin Cabal, of course, obliged to drive in the race with his own mod. Pretty much. He's not doing a very good job though, is he, in P11? He's very happy with me about that. But anyway.
I mean, it's a decent job. I wouldn't do any better.
It had the desired effect that it annoyed him, so yeah, there we go, look.
Oh no. We're going to be accused of bias and slander in the SBTV booth tonight.
It's called friendly banter. As for stuck behind, pushing too hard again, loses a whole bunch of time. And actually, yeah, risks being caught by Rony. So he's gone from the offensive to the defensive in, well, not too many laps, actually. He had good pace. Needs to focus if he wants to close that gap back up again. Speaking of gaps, look at the front. 3.2 seconds from Sufor to Cried. The MRC Army are out and they are strong at the moment at the front. And Johnny SVK is probably the rear gunner at this stage. He's not on the defensive yet. Thamuli is not close enough.
No, not yet, to be honest. Johnny, would he be able to improve his pace a little bit more and catch up to Gabri? And then maybe there could be a bit of sportsmanship there from Gabri to say, all right, I'll let you through for the sake of your championship bid to be runner-up. But that's far too soon to confirm anything. But definitely Johnny is about on pace with Gabri at the moment. So they need to break from Thamuli as soon as possible.
Molly and Johnny SVK on very similar pace with each other as well, so not really evolving one way or another. As we can see a beautiful onboard camera from the Molly, as you can see from his Twitch channel, the Molly _ on Twitch. That's always nice that he provides these insights.
Michael's had a bit of a twitch, and Martin is trying to make a move. This is for P10. Michael goes defensive. Oh my goodness. Owen.
Yes, here we go. Martin versus Michael. Changing down the gears to third. But of course, that's only step one. Can Michael figure out a way back ahead? Martin Capal will hug the pit walls best he can and sweep back out. Indianapolis 500 style there. But Michael, he's not going to fall for it. He's going to pick the high side. And he has to cut back in to make this a success. No, he's going to understeer a little bit too much.
Kapow!
He's picked up the grass and he's spun 180 degrees.
I'll pretend to be sad. But yeah, that was a shame for Michael. That was a good battle. So yeah, I am sad actually that has been taken away from us. Michael pushing very, very hard on the outside there, drops a wheel and puts it into the wall. But that does promote Martin to the top 10. And who doesn't love a Martin top 10? Got a long way to the next car though. 19 seconds up the road. Trespasser. So that could be the last we see of him for a while.
Yeah, we'll have other battles to think about. Go ahead, Miika.
Yeah, I was just about to say that this might provide us some little more action as Michael will start his journey back for the comeback. Oh, a little bit of oversteer there, but he's having a good train of cars ahead, like separated by quite small margins. So if he can catch up one car and then another car, we might see some good overtakes.
Michael Malik is gaining on Teemu Soini on the back straight after that previous error on the first corner. Teemu going very high on the curbs there on the banking, so that could mean get out of jail card for Michael here if he can gain more time on this lap. So yeah, he will have lost 12 seconds, but he's going to try and retrieve as many of them back as possible, starting with this this contest for 15th position. And Soini, he should have the coverage to complete the first sector. Still ahead, but Michael is very relaxed again. He's got his pace back.
I mean, these are actually the closest two cars we have on track, believe it or not. Everyone is very, very spread out at the moment. So that's why we're still watching Michael Malik as he closes up to the back of Teemu Soini.
Time for the next chicane here. Turns 5, 6, and 7. It should be about equal between these two. Yeah, Teemu has the mirror under control. Oh, there's a mistake from Magic.
Yeah, big damage as well.
At the back anyway. He's going to be lapped in 4 or 5 laps time if he's not careful.
Yeah, I don't know if he picked up that damage just now or whether he's been dealing with that for a while. I don't think it was caused now, but it might have been. But he is at risk of being lapped, as you said. He is quite a way back now, and Sufor will be upon him pretty soon, I reckon. But yeah, a bit of a lull in the activity while we wait for Michael Malik to decide whether he's a racing driver or not.
Well, he's close enough, but he's not doing it yet.
Do a thing. Make it happen. Poke him with a big stick.
To be honest, it seems like it's very hard to get in on and stay inside of 1 second behind another driver with this car. The air will play a good effect here with all these sweeping fast corners.
Yeah, it's quite a light car, so it really does rely on the big wings that it's got to keep it stuck to the ground. And obviously, if there's a car ahead of you punching a massive hole in the air, all of that goes away. But Soini slightly offline there, that allows Michael to take a tighter route through the corner, and now he's within striking distance. He did it!
He's doing the thing. He's been a racing driver, and he sticks it very well into the inside, and he should be clear with this. Unless Soini can get a very mega exit and get a slipstream, which... Oh, he was wide, he could have done it. Oh. And he's off.
He's spun it, but he actually picks it straight back up, so well done there, Teemu.
Very nice catch, that's what I was saying.
Bit unlucky there to have lost the car as a result of Michael stealing all of his downforce as he cut across the front of him. But yeah, that's what you've got to be careful of as Michael makes a complete hash of the second part of the chicane there, completely off the road, hitting the tyres. I mean, you got to do something to hit the tyres on that corner, but he did the thing again, providing all the action. Michael Malik. Lots and lots of drivers setting PBs, including Madjester, Martin Capel, that is, and Rony. Jarek Attila's also set a PB, so too has Steve Martin. So yeah, lots of drivers getting their practice in.
Absolutely, and the tires will perhaps have their final peak before they really do need to be given a little bit of a wind down. Maybe some drivers will be tempted to change compound or just get a new set on, but others may feel they have the necessary grip they need to go all the way to the end. But we will find out in a little while when pit stops are primed to begin. Good battle potentially between Tamuli and Madjester. They're getting closer. Last sector, about 15 hundredths of a second gain for Madjester, but it won't be enough on this lap either. He's just going to have to follow the Zaffarellis driver on the start finish, and then Gabri gets his new PB as well. So this car is absolutely primed for fast laps.
Yeah, I mean, Madjester's been in this sort of window for quite a long time at this point, but hasn't been able to get within striking distance of the Muli in a place where he could actually effect an overtake. He needs to build it up around the lap and strike out of the final corner, I think. He gets pretty close and then drops back because it looks like he gets too close through a fast corner, and that's not ideal. Let's see. I think if there's going to be drama, and there's going to be it's going to be around this area of the race, because of course we've got Johnny SVK and Tamuli battling for that overall top 2 and 3 in the championship, which will be decided in about 20 laps time.
Manchester creeping up very close there. He's almost in the striking distance. Now let's see if he can get the exit and slightly get a slipstream caught up here. Not quite enough yet, but probably close enough that it helps him all that little bit to get right on the back of the Harmon.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Ooh, a bit of a snap of oversteer as they head down the hill in the Radical-inspired Radix P6 mod. And here through the chicane we go. And Tamuli really hooks it up well on the exit, and that was just what he needed to do.
Yeah, spot on work there to keep the position 6 within reach. And down the hill for the final apex. And yeah, it looks pretty good, but it's still not enough to get the battle done. But now Stephen Martin and Seek are going head to head. And that's lovely work there. Steve Martin is ahead.
Yeah.
Also, Michael back there catching up to these guys as they are battling. Michael bringing up his pace back again, and he's doing a good climb and fight back. Can make a move on the main straight here.
As you said before, though, definitely not the easiest car to get close to another car and overtake, as Steve does the defensive. And this is really going to play into Michael's hands. Michael won't be close enough, I don't think, to benefit from this. And also, we're coming up to the halfway stage, which we know is when a lot of drivers will elect to take their mandatory pit stop, as Sick goes to remove on Martin again. There he goes.
Yes, very good.
Here comes Michael.
Oh, you'd be tempted into turn 2, but it's a little bit too much to ask. We know the quality that Fiststick put in for one pass, but he couldn't quite make it. A double, very, very close, but not enough. But the single file should benefit Michael later in the lap. At this stage, will be difficult with the dirty air. Stephen Martin is understeering the most of anybody there. Michael could have his chance on the outside into 5, 6, and 7.
Well, Something's happened so far. He had lost
Ooh.
all his
Oh,
lead, and
he's
so
pit.
far actually pits from the top position.
Yeah, halfway. Interesting. So
Yeah,
not
Sufor's
refuel, I
only
think.
refueling, yeah. So he must have started with a relatively light car, which could explain his early pace over the rest
Yeah,
of the
he's
field.
two-stopping. He's
Ooh.
two-stopping.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't
think that
want
has
to
to
do
be
it
a
in one.
two-stopper.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
enough.
He says man. Yeah. Or sorry,
Oh.
Johnny says man. So Sufor now demanding blue flags. But of course that's not relevant anymore. Now he's pitted. If anything, it'll be Magic who has to move out of the way for Cried.
Rony's caught up to Fustuk as we see Hosep there driving out of the pit lane. Hosep, how long was Hosep's pit stop? Did he actually make a pit stop? 6.08. So other drivers doing 2 stops as well. Interesting. The driver's not satisfied with just the one tonight, it seems. Maybe they're afraid that Martin did, in fact, reduce the fuel tank size. I amuse myself too much sometimes. But yeah, let's watch some actual racing as Rony tries to close up to the back then of Fustuk again. Michael's close to Sick as well.
Michael's having a good slipstream. This is usually not the corner to go for overtake, but
Ooh.
Michael sticks it in there. Sick trying to keep it from the outside. He does for so far, but Michael, he's still right there. Sick taking a good line there. Michael trying to cut back inside, and he's well on the slipstream again. And he should be passed on the straight.
Oh,
They
wheel
get
to
so
wheel.
close. And it's all side battle, but Michael emerges in front. But Sick, he's not done. He's very much in the slipstream again, and will pass on the straight again.
I've got such a big grin on my face. I love to see this car go side to side. It's like a toy prototype, isn't it? It's just a brilliant little thing. As Sick tries to go back around the outside, but it didn't work. Michael has him covered off. He needs a good exit from the chicane, though.
Yeah, discretion.
Sufor's in the pits again.
Oh no, he spun. The grass on the rear left tire just sent him into a bit of a dizzy one there.
Sufor's got damage.
Oh.
Sufor's
He's pitting again.
He's forgot to
Oh.
repair first
Yeah.
time around.
Oh, no. Well, that is.
But he won't have fuel to the finish if he has to do a 24 lap stint. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, he might need
He
to save
should
up
be fine.
fuel a
He
bit.
should be
Yeah,
fine.
maybe. Yeah, just about.
It'll be close. But he's
He
had
will
a
be
full
close.
tank of fuel, and he's had to do another damage stop. As Rony has come into the pit lane, so to us Fustuk.
Yeah, 9.01.
Ooh, that's got to be another pit stop for
Mistake.
Fustuk as well, or
Yeah.
a penalty, I guess. You won't come
Also-
back in for another stop with a 9-second pit stop.
Yeah,
You'll
it's
just
not
take
worth
the
it.
time penalty. Well, Cried not only takes over P1 because Sufor pitted, but he'll definitely have P1 because Sufor pitted again. So Cried, yeah, everybody on the field has to come in the next 3 laps. We think, as Eoin alluded to, the fuel tank is not big enough for the drivers to go any further than that. So who is going to eke out the most fuel? Do we think?
I don't know, but I just noticed that Rony and Fistic, they both changed a tire.
Oh,
The front right tire.
oh
So
no.
that might be on the edge for the other drivers as well who didn't change the tires if they're gonna last. So something to keep us excited about.
Well, that's going to leave the car super unbalanced for the second half of the race. So I can't quite understand the decision to
Oh, Magic nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. 10.02.
10.02. Wow.
Gabri is 2 stopping. That's 5.71.
Yeah, not long enough for Gabri as well. So that the drivers really do think this car is on the edge, and either they're forgetting the 10-second rule or they are planning for 2 stops. I guess we'll find out at the end.
They are so experienced. I don't see many like first timers. So it would be weird if they all just decided to forget about the 10 seconds.
Well, the pit stops are now on the screen. You can see who we've got in the lead. It's Gabri, who we think then is due another stop. Do we know Hosep's stop was it just... It was under, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was
Hosep
under.
was
It
under
was
2.
under.
So Hosep owes us potentially another stop. Sufor's already given us an accidental second stop by the looks of it. So actually, of all the drivers that have pitted, Rony and Magic are the only ones who've given us more than 10 seconds. Of everybody.
Yeah, it doesn't happen at all often, really, in RTFR XL. Maybe one other example in recent memory. But otherwise, yeah, the one stopper is usually the right way to go. But there we have it. 8.04 for Yari. Knowing he's at the back of the pack, even he's not comfortable fueling to the finish. He wants to get a push in this middle stint.
But he'll have to be careful about the length of his second pit stop, I guess. Because
Yeah.
if you just stop and go quickly, then it might not be enough in total either. As Hosep goes for an excursion off camera as Johnny SVK comes into the pit lane. Let's see if Johnny will go for the full 10 seconds. I think so. This looks like a longer stop.
Well.
Yeah, 10.4. Gabri comes in. This is Gabri's second stop in quick succession. So again, another driver that wasn't confident that they could get the car to the end. Gabri's stop. How long was that? I didn't get a time.
Yeah, it wasn't timed.
5.7 for his. So that combined will be fine, I think.
Yeah, he's grand.
Oh no, hang on.
Oh.
Oh, he didn't do any work on the car. So Gabri's second stop was 10 seconds. His first one was 5 seconds. So yeah, he's done way more than he needed to. 10 seconds total, not individually. So Gabri giving away time by not understanding the rules properly, because he didn't do any work in that stop. So there's absolutely no need for him to be stationary for that long. We do have a battle on track, do we? No, it's a blue flag situation. Trespasser is getting past Yari Katilla. It's Team Soini's in the pit lane. Let's see if Soini gives us 10 seconds. Tyres and fuel,
yeah,
so yeah, that will be more
it.
than 10 seconds. As the Muli puts a lap on him.
16 seconds.
16. Oof. Gosh.
Yari will be grateful for that. He's back into 16th.
Yep.
Cried is the expert. He picked this combo, and we're bang on lap 24 now. So anyone not in the pits as of right now should be ready to come in this time by. Fuel saving not really an option in this configuration. It's just such a quick circuit, and if you lift off for too long, someone is just going to breeze past. So expect lots of pit lane action.
Yeah, this is the lap. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to eke out another lap out of this car. The information we got from Rony before the race indicates that this is it. So if anyone stays out on track, they've either done an amazing amount of fuel saving or they're going to run out on this lap, as Magic has been off the road again. Here he is between turn 1 and 2, getting back up to speed. Not a good evening for Magic. Normally the driver that you see competing at the top end, but he's not had a good one. Struggling today with the Radix P6.
Yeah, you'd be grateful. It's the end of the XL season. He doesn't have a good result to add to his tally. It might even be cancelled out. But here we go. Cried is skip the pits actually.
Oh, he's going another one.
He's gone further.
And Maddie as well has gone for another. Wow. They're having a close fight. They're not too far away from each other.
I got it wrong. Martin Capel made the fuel tank bigger.
Oh, of course.
Oh, what a pesky guy. Martin says he's got 3 laps of fuel left. So that's a bit of intel from us then. So
bad estimate.
Yeah, that's our maths that's at fault there. So unnecessary drama. Sorry, folks. Probably a couple more laps then that the drivers can go. But yeah, what I was going to say about Magic that's gone off again is he didn't ask his teammate for tips. Mandula was the previous winner in the Radix P6 in RTFR. So yeah, should have asked Mandula for help Cried. Going to give us a couple more laps, potentially.
I wonder how many.
Well, if Martin says he can do 3, Martin's a minute off the lead. So maybe 2 more at best. 2 or 3 more.
I don't know.
It has to be about that.
We'll see. But not too many laps more. He has to bid quite soon. Anytime.
I mean, the difference here is that Cried is going flat out, and Martin is doing most of the lap, like literally half throttle at this point. So he's cruising around, you know.
Yeah, that's why I always have very low fuel consumption.
Exactly.
But the top guys, they should have a fairly large fuel consumption, and right, yes, he's still going for another one, and Matty will bid right now. Just barely
gets it slowed down for the line. The car completely sideways on entry. Well, not completely sideways, a bit of an over exaggeration, but it looked pretty good. Locking up all the wheels as he brings it to a stop, fuel only, and he needs to give us 10 seconds. He doesn't want to have to come in again. As Thamuli is also in, and this looks like a decent stop. Yeah, 11 seconds for Matty. Oh, Soini's gone off.
Oh, Matt Jester got his estimates wrong there. He's probably cost himself a penalty.
Oh, yeah, 4 seconds only for Mad Jester. It's easy, isn't it, to forget?
I know, yeah.
But you've got to be patient on these RTFR XL pit stops. Mad Jester has super pace. Look at that, he's rejoining in 4th place, but only because he's truncated his pit stop by 5.19 seconds. Okay. Penalty going his way if he doesn't pit again.
Yeah.
So no tire changes for those guys who just came into the pits, so they are trustful that they can keep their tires until the end.
I think the tires will be fine, honestly, Miika. I think that everyone's got their tires in pretty good shape. No worries, I don't think, for tire wear for anybody that I can tell here.
Doesn't seem the case, but I'm still curious why those others decided to change that one tire.
Yeah,
usually that indicates that
bizarre.
There was the wear was too large, so they had to. You never know.
User error, I think that could be attributed to. Don't have any other explanation as to why you would want to change a single tire, unless, you know, for example, Rony now is putting a lot of energy through the front right. It's got to feel unbalanced, surely, as we watch Cried come into the pit lane. Race leader fuel only. He needs to give us the full 10 seconds. Otherwise,
he's messed it up. Only 5 seconds.
Oh no! That's the defending winner.
I mean,
the combo picker.
This is a confusing scenario that we find ourselves in here. Martin Capel can win this race. Martin only needs to do a 10-second stop, and he's going to win it, I think.
And Trespasser.
Oh,
Trespasser
goodness.
for the lead.
Yeah, Trespasser takes the lead.
Well, thanks for catching that, Owen. I definitely would have missed it.
No problem.
Yeah, always got my back as Owen Harmon. Oh, dear. Chris is so upset with Martin's driving that he's left. Owen has to take over.
Yeah, box.
I'm only messing. Rony's just gone for an excursion over the apex of that downhill right-hander. Just wiped out a complete pit stop. As Martin Capel hits the pit lane, drama, please. Martin's counting out loud.
Counting.
In our ear. Very funny.
No, do not mess up your counting.
Don't mess it up.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
10.4.
Didn't slip the clutch, thank goodness.
Martin can count to 10.
I mean, it is a hard task, so I can understand.
When you're under pressure, it's tricky, but Cried has cost himself potentially a few seconds worth of penalty. Interesting to work it out and see how much of a penalty that actually means. But yeah, Trespasser takes over the lead of our race here today, and has yet to stop. So surely it's this lap, right? 27 laps. Come on.
Yes.
He just had a very good bit, 10.11, so spot on bit for him as well.
Well done, Cyril.
Right, assumedly, Trespasser's going to come in now, and Cried is going to retake the lead of this race. There we go. right on time. But yeah, we need to work out what the penalty actually is for somebody that only does half their pit time. This is something we don't normally have to calculate because it's never a big factor. But literally, more than half the fields have understopped. This is a bizarre scenario for RTFR XL.
How many times you don't need to do any pit
No.
work, so you can just count to 10, and that's
exactly.
good. Yeah. Now that you have to put some mind in it, then it's easy to get messed up.
Yeah, Trespasser leaves the pit lane having done a 10.1 second pit stop, denying Martin Kapal any chance of winning unless Trespasser crashes, but he rejoins in 6th place. So he's gained quite a number of positions. But yeah, we've got to wait and see what the penalties are going to be if these drivers don't give us another stop. Interesting. Michael Malik in the pits now.
Yeah.
Can Michael count to 10? Michael can count to 10. 10.29.
Good job.
Good job, Michael. Pat on the back.
Now that people have mostly beaten, it's interesting to look at the order. The Harmon has climbed up all the way to P4, and Johnny SVK dropped down to P5. So the fight for championship P2, it's flipped upside down again.
As indeed.
This is Sufor after his messy pit stops, making some gains back, going through Hosep.
A 19-second penalty is what Cried will get if he doesn't stop again. I don't think you can get in and out of pit lane in 19 seconds, maybe just. So I don't know if it's worth it for him to do that. It's a tricky one, but if Cried doesn't pit again, he will just get 19 seconds added to his race time. So that would be immediately like down to P4 or P5 now as Manchester drops another second back from our race leader. So yeah. Stephen Martin is still out on the track and has just written the car off
No.
at the exit of the chicane. He's got no fuel in that car. Well, he's still got some. He's still driving. Martin Kapal's going to get past him. Martin literally two seconds ago asked where is Steve, and Steve bins it straight ahead of him.
There.
Well, he psyched him out somehow. I don't know what's happened there. Steve's going to come into the pits, surely. He must have been changing pit settings or something through the chicane. That was such a weird accident. He went so wide onto the grass, kept it pinned, and speared across the track into the wall on the opposite side on his way into pit lane. Super unlucky.
Yeah, spin on the in lap. That's unfortunate.
And it's a refuel only. Opting not to fix the damage, but apparently it's only cosmetic, so shouldn't affect him too much.
Manchester's got the biggest penalty, 20.57 seconds for under stopping, so that's probably worth the pit stop, Owen, I'd say.
Yeah, you have to come in for that, to be honest. If you're on course for a top 5, then yeah, definitely get a pit stop in.
I mean, let's look at the times. What's that going to cost him if he comes in for a pit stop? He'll drop down to P7, P8 territory by default if he doesn't even try. So, yeah, it's definitely worth a go, I would say. As we've got someone else in the pits, that is
Yari for the second time. Is he hitting the wall?
I mean, what is going on with our drivers? he only had a 10-second penalty, so this is really not worth it for Yari.
2 seconds.
Yeah, and he stopped for 2 seconds, so this is literally to cover himself in case of a penalty. And he's still short of the overall 10 seconds. He's absolutely whiffed it with the second pit stop.
The team is not looking too sharp either. His rear right tyre is the worst of the lot. So maybe Yari can just take another penalty and not really matter. Magic and Timu are closer to each other.
Can I make an observation here, right? We've had 12 rounds or 11 rounds of this championship this year. This has never been an issue, right? This is the 108th RTFR XL. Some of the drivers in this championship now have driven more than 100 rounds of this championship. And This is chaos tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's weird. Like suddenly everyone forgets how to
Everyone's forgotten
take
the
pit
rules.
stops.
Well, it gives us something to talk about, I suppose, as Stephen Martin goes through on Cyril Basset. But yeah, such a surprising... Oh, sorry, Cyril was catching him. Martin retains his position, and Soin is disconnected. Soin's just decided he's had enough. Oh dear. 12 laps
What
from the
on
end.
earth is going on this race?
I don't know, it's cursed. And there we go.
I guess we have to say thank you to Cried for picking up this combo.
Heck of a pick.
Yeah, give people work to do in the pit stop, and they forget that they have to sit there a bit longer.
And then he even messed it up himself.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yellows where Cried is coming towards, so maybe a lapped car was slow. It's Cyril Basset had a mistake there. He's lost traction, and he's lost touch of Stephen Martin there, so he's going to be lapped as a double whammy.
So, forgive me, gents. I don't know if you're the same, but I've completely lost track of where we're up to with this because so many drivers have got post-race penalties,
I really don't know.
which is slightly unusual. I think did Thamuli stop for enough time?
He did.
I think Thamuli was okay.
Over 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Johnny SVK had to do. Johnny's good as well.
Johnny's good. Cried and Manchester are the top two that I can recall.
Manchester's got 20 seconds worth of penalty. Cried's got 19 seconds worth of penalty. So we can probably say that Cried is going to end up either P3 or... No, definitely he's going to end up P3 because Manchester's got a penalty and will drop down the order. Thamuli will be promoted to P4, Johnny SVK to P5. And that's about as good as my memory is because Chris just read all the numbers out very quickly in my ear. So that's it. I think we've got a bit of a shake-up at the front. But almost certainly Matty looks pretty good at the moment. Out of nowhere, Matty could take
strong contender. He was for a long time at the start. He was on pace with Cried. They were separated by not too much time, and Matty, well, he nailed the pit stop. He did what he had to do, and now it's paying off for him, big time.
Yeah, gave us enough of a pit stop. Only has 10 laps to go after this one to bring it round, and Martin, clearly bored out on track, is checking other people's tyres for us, and Gabri apparently is pretty thin on the rear. And there are a few other drivers actually who are beginning to struggle with their rear tyres, as you may have alluded to there. Gabri's rear right tyre is so bad, like that's actually worrying. I don't know if we'll make it.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, the tires could be a factor for a couple of drivers, but I don't know.
I was not expecting that, honestly. When we talked about this last, everybody's tyres were in such good shape, but now a lot of the drivers' tyres have just fallen off a cliff by the looks of it. Manchester also potentially at risk of a rear right blowout at some point in the next 10 laps. Not as bad as Gabri though. Gabri's got to start thinking about replacing that tyre, but preferably replace a whole axle. Otherwise, it's going to be very unbalanced.
Or like all four.
Yeah, just be safe.
Well, what a race this turned into. Bit of a confusing one for the sort of aggregate scoring we're going to have to do. But yeah, the winner might not be the actual winner tonight. Which is very unusual.
Yeah, we've had fuel runs in oval racing, for example. It certainly happens on the Kyoto 500 where a long stint could make all the difference.
The Hamilton has got up pretty close to Manchester out here, and Johnny SVK he's also gaining a little bit. So this is getting closer and closer between the three of them.
Well, Thamuli and Manchester's pace has been pretty similar all race long, and they're in role reversal situation now. Manchester was following Thamuli for the longest time, and after the pit stops, that's where they've sort of come out. Sufor sets another fastest lap, a 1:49.53. Absolutely spectacular pace at the moment for him, but he finds himself down in P7, 34 seconds off the lead. He'll likely gain one position in the race for free, but that is all the freebies he's going to get given, I think, at this stage. The rest of it is going to need to come in the 10 laps that remain. But yeah, as you said before, Miika, Thamuli currently leading Johnny SVK, which means at the moment, if it finishes now, Thamuli will take second in the championship, Johnny SVK will take third. And the prize money that goes along with each of those positions. Magic has spun at turn 2.
Bad to worse.
Yeah, not ideal. Definitely not the afternoon he wanted, as Thamuli goes off. And this is curse of the commentator, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't even notice Teemu Soini's out. He disconnected. So, yeah, there we go. 17 cars remain. Yeah, pressure's on for Thamuli as he loses out to Johnny.
Let's see if he
There's
can
a chance.
close enough. Force the slipstream. I think he's just a bit too far away.
Yeah, I mean, all Johnny can do is finish ahead of Thamuli. That's the job that he needs to do. The rest is sort of down to fate. So yeah, Johnny would like to keep that position to say that he's done all he can in the final round. But P3 is his if he keeps it on the road, at the very least in this race.
Sufor has the fastest lap. 1
Again,
minute 49.46, so he's increased his pace even more. So I'd be hard pressed to find anyone who can do a better lap than that.
Well, I put one of them on camera because he has some skills in this car. I mean, so we can all guess who it is.
Yeah, chief designer,
technical director, technical engineer.
Yeah,
the man with the sketch pad, Adrian Capel. Team principal of Aston Martin now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to put a lap on Stephen Martin potentially here for Cried. Steve's the front end of that car is absolutely destroyed from that impact in the wall. Still circulating though, happy to just keep going, bag the points.
Yeah, secure a top 5 position in the championship, so absolutely remarkable stuff all year long for Stephen.
Yeah, as our race leader sweeps on by and tries to... Wow, that's a great performance from Cried. If only his pit stop was legal.
Yeah.
And Thamuli has dropped... Well, no, he's still within range of Johnny SVK, but he has dropped back a little bit this lap. He's not quite close enough to affect a pass. And I think there is a critical window, isn't there, where it's just not possible to get close. As Gabri has decided that he's going to square up with the race officials, and he's changing all 4 tyres.
Yeah, change the tyres.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, good idea to do that for sure. Yeah, all 4 tyres. And another 13 seconds pit stop, so that's what? 28 seconds total that he spent in pit lane. Well, stationary in pit lane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, Sufor also seems quite thin on the tires, but he may just eke out them until the end.
He's pushing so hard though, Miika. His fast laps.
We've seen this happen before. So
yes, we have.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Change the record, Eoin, God. Who's that off under the wall? Oh, it's Fustuk again. He's having a really hard time. Pushing so hard, and his tyres are not fantastic either. They're starting to get quite cold on him.
Yeah.
So he might want to think about sort of being a bit more careful, potentially, in and out of some of these faster corners. Because he does risk a little bit of an overtake, potentially from Cyril Basset, who's driving a good race at the moment. Thamuli. Let's see if he can get a draft this time.
It's very close. through the whole corner. He's trying to stick it there. Seems like he's almost there, but
No,
not
no.
quite close enough.
Pretty close. Both with exactly the same top speed at the end of the straight. But yeah, there was just out of slipstream range for Thermuli. Ooh, catches the grass and almost loses the car, but holds it just about. As the laps are wearing away here, and we're into a sort of period where we're watching a couple of drivers' tyres for Stuck. His rear tyres not healthy. We're waiting to see what Clyde decides to do. Is he trying to open the gap as much as he can before he comes into the pit lane? Or is he just going to take the penalty? Does he know he's got a penalty? Surely he must.
He must know.
He should know.
Yeah. Here we go. These two weaving around. Thermuli must feel like he's got something of a toe. I think he is reading him in a little bit, but it's not enough to make a move into the next left.
Yeah, he has to stay patient now. Fight it for the last corner and stay close there. Get the main straight is the long one, so that's where you want the slipstream if you are to get one.
Oh, this must be it now, Miika. Here we go.
He's so close though. Is he gonna go through, or is he gonna fight it out and take the slipstream on the longer straight?
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? P2 in the championship, and this is the battle on track in the final round.
Johnny
Of course, Johnny should back off now. There we go.
Johnny was trying to fight it back, but decided he's more clever than this. He backed off, got the slipstream, and now he's back ahead again as they go side to side, but Johnny has the inside line. Emily has to stay careful there.
Good stuff.
Oh, how did he hang on to that one? That was absolutely minimal from disaster there. So close.
Yeah, well, Thermuli there shaking himself up a bit, I think. Drops back quite a way. Johnny SVK doing a great job and putting on a show to hold on to P2. What will be P2 in this race? Will it? No, I think it'll be. He'll need a couple more seconds for that. I think he needs 5 seconds. He needs to catch Clyde if he wants to take P2 in the race. But P3 in the championship at the moment, if he finishes where he is.
I'm not sure if it's enough for Johnny SVK for the championship points. There was a little bit of spread between Harmon and Johnny SVK.
Oh yeah, no, definitely third at this point overall.
But at least he's making his best effort.
Oh yeah,
and it might pay off if he gets lucky.
it's paying off regardless. If we're going to be technical about it.
Yes. Well,
yeah, you're right.
He's about to take the podium, so.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the laps are wearing down. It's superficial, really. Clyde is in the lead on the track, but he has got a penalty hanging over him. 19 seconds worth of time penalty, unless he pits again. Matty is currently our net race leader after the penalties are factored in, just 8 seconds behind at this point. Mad Jester, he is in P3 on the road, as it currently stands, but he will also drop down the order if the statistics that we've been given are correct. He is only 2 seconds on the road ahead of Johnny SVK at this stage, so could we potentially be treated to more on-track action in the next 4 and a bit laps? Let's compare their lap times, shall we? What have we got? Johnny SVK is doing 1 minute 50s. Jester is also doing 1 minute 50s, and they're both doing well within a tenth of each other, actually. So it's going to be tight. But they're setting very, very similar sector times. So yeah, Johnny SVK needs to do something a little bit special if he's going to close up. Bustuk having a bad time trying to go around the. Oh, he's retired. That's a
Yeah,
shame.
he
4
was at
laps
the
to go.
Final chicane.
Hmm.
Must have been trouble out with turn 10, to be honest.
Bit unlucky.
Yeah, a bit wide.
Sometimes it happens. Tyre situation. Magic and Sufor are your ones to watch. Sufor's rear right is it doesn't want to be much thinner. Majesta has the thinnest tyres over in P3 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried for Sufor as he's pushing still so fast. 149.67 his last lap, so he's not saving tires at all. He goes full on and hopes that they will last until the end.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say. Oh no, Majesta's tyres just updated in real time there for me, and yeah, he's in squeaky bum time position at the moment, I think is the technical term for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, lots of stories out on the track. But nobody fighting with each other. It's all chess, isn't it, at this stage? Moody's going to put another lap on Cyril Basset here. As well as Johnny SVK. That is the only car that exists between them and P3 on the road, Majesta, who they're both set to actually pass on aggregate when all the results are worked out.
Here he goes wide.
Oh.
Keeps it very well under control though, so the guys with the blue flag.
Oh yeah, he's
get past there.
Completely lost his rhythm there. And Trespasser can even duck by.
Oh,
so
right speeding.
Oh, he's in the pits. Yeah, he's going to take his pit stop. He'll need to be absolutely
on
it.
He changed tires.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Oh, he's still under a tire.
He's still under 10 seconds, boys.
Oh no.
Yes, and he changed the right front tire.
Oh.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh my. He's still got a 5.7 second penalty as a result of that. That's unbelievable. So, what could have been an amazing result for 5 master race car drivers has completely come undone. But Matty has done everything right so far, and he's only got 2 laps to go after this one. We are right though. He did give us the full complement of pit stops, I think.
Oh, Johnny's sliding. Johnny in trouble out of turn 3, and that rear right looks very weak. And Tamuli around the outside. Beautiful move to solidify his runner-up position. And that may be all she wrote for Johnny.
Well, yeah, especially considering the amount of energy he's putting through that rear right. I think he's okay on actual wear at this stage.
But just the heat.
Yeah, the heat should be okay. There are drivers way more at risk than him.
Yeah.
But yeah, good move for Tamuli there, capitalising on a mistake. But Johnny SVK has been in this position a few times this race already and has been able to get back through. And
behind, there's actually Sufor's caught up to Trespasser as well, so they're getting quite close together.
Magic's stationary on the track.
Yeah, he just let everyone by.
Oh
no!
That is the left.
There it goes. That's the rear left.
The left rear tire. Oh no.
He's stuck. He's stuck in the gravel. Yeah, there's no way out of that with rear left flat rubber. He won't get out of that. Yeah, Magic was letting everyone by just very carefully.
And
then
that's
all of a
just
sudden...
up as well.
Oh,
the rear left.
no.
Oh no. But he's just at the last corner, so he can get the pits.
Well.
Yeah, so far after a very strong start, it all crumbled away from him.
Yeah.
Well,
Manchester trying to say what he can say. Oh, this is getting all messed up.
Hosep has had a very quiet race, I will say, in the Frag Masters car, and now he's going to rise to 6th position as Matt Jester needs to get an urgent tyre change.
Yeah, absolutely great drama at the end here, it has to be said. But Matty still looking absolutely superior out front. He's got his teammate behind him, who is still going to have to take a 5-second penalty. He will now drop to 3rd overall. In fact, it might be 4th. Maybe Johnny SVK can also slip through at the end, and it might be a Thamuli Johnny SVK podium. In fact, it will be, won't
Yeah,
it?
it should be.
It seems like, unless
It's very
Craig does
close.
something very... Yeah, Craig needs like 1.5 seconds more gap if he wants to secure.
Chris reckons a lot of people are still in flat spot danger for the rear, so it's not over yet, boys. We've got more danger coming. Rony with a huge amount of snap oversteer out of the final corner. And yeah, this mod has produced quite some fine action, hasn't it, so far?
Yeah, looking at the tires, I'd say Pride is wide there. Matti might be in a danger. Trespasser and Hose definitely are in the danger if they're in his flat spots.
That would be cruel if Matti had any issues. I think
Yes.
I think Matti's all right. I'll go out on a limb and I'm going to say that I think Matti is fine.
Yeah, he should be alright.
As he starts the final lap of the final round of the 2025 season of RTFR XL. It's our week, or rather our fortnight of finales here on the channel. And tonight's finale has delivered in a way we didn't really expect. Mostly based on the rules.
Oh, it's Matt Jester.
Oh, Majesta
So,
spun in the last sector. Is that bad
his
to worse for
comeback
him?
trial is over. You won't get back to Josep.
No. It's a shame because he worked his way up through the order and then tumbled all the way back down again to P7. But yes, coming to the end of the lap now for Matty. Take him to the line, Eoin Harmon.
Well, he's driven absolutely superbly, Matty. Master Race Car Dominance was the name of the game, but with half a lap still to go, he should be able to close this one out. He doesn't have to push too hard. Cried only 2 seconds to the good in this second sector, so Matty will make a history here and make it a new winner for the second time in 2 months. And Thamuli and Johnny SVK will give them their props as well. But Matty will enter appropriately turns 13 and then 14 to secure this incredible maiden victory. So here we go, 13, and now the car 14 goes through the 14th corner, and he will be the winner to round off the Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2025 Extra Large Edition. 1 hour 18 minutes, and he's absolutely thrilled.
Well, what a marathon that was. Lots of stories. Cried crosses the line in P2 with a 5-second penalty. Oh, is it?
Johnny's unhappy with his result. Yeah, he's not happy.
Trespasser also got very close to Johnny SVK, only 3 tenths separating those two. So
does Johnny realise that he's got?
almost a fight.
Does he realise he's got a podium though? Does he realise he got a third place?
I'm not sure.
Someone should let him know because he's very unhappy on the server at the moment. But he did get P3, I think. What was the penalty, Chris? If you can let me know in my ear. Gride was 5.72.
That's going to drop him way back.
Well, it's not going to. Yeah, it's going to drop him way down. So, it'll be 5th. Yeah. So Johnny SVK does have the podium. Thanks, Chris, for keeping track of that. And we'll wait for the rest of the drivers to finish. There goes Gabri. But yeah, Thamuli P2 in the championship. Johnny SVK 3rd as they currently line up on the line. Michael's just had a puncture coming out of the chicane, and he will be the final car to cross the line. So he's going to do that with the right rear having completely imploded. And there we go. Nice little pirouette. But yeah, Trespasser 5th, Hosep 6th, Majesta 7th, Gabri 8th, Martin Kapal 9th, Rony 10th, and Michael Malik having a lovely stroll around the final corner. Steve Martin is going to lap him here.
So hard to nurse this car around the corner. got absolutely no grip on the
Steve's
rear.
Steve had to be on the brakes there, so he didn't hit him. Oh, yeah, there we go, Michael. That's the way to do it. Just reverse it.
This is the safer way.
This was probably one of the longest RTFR XL races we've ever had. To wait for the final finisher. What a fantastic view we're getting there. Thanks, Michael. It's a unique angle. And he couldn't manage the J. No grip at the rear. Oh well. That's everybody. All right, then let's head to the results and get this thing wrapped up. In a surprise twist, love the helmet. It's Matty who wins the finale of 2025 in a marathon time of 1 minute 18. I don't remember a race that went on longer than that this season. With Cried in P2. However, he will be bumped down to P5 when the penalties are issued. Samudi, therefore, is bumped up to P2. Johnny SVK to P3. Trespasser to P4. Hosep, Madjester, Gabri, Kapal, and Rony will be your top 10, with Michael, Stephen Martin, Cyril Basset, Yari Katila, and Magic your 15 finishers, with DNFs in the final 3 laps for Sufor, 6 laps for Fustuk, then Soini, Rayman, and Unite left us earlier on. That is your top 20. Over on the second page, T-Bug were out on the first lap, 4 wide, and then catching up to a slower car. There was a huge crash at turn 4 on the first lap, which saw quite a few drivers heading into the trees, and that is why they were out of the race so early. Sufor scored the fastest lap, 1:49.41, absolutely stunning pace from him, but unfortunately that DNF, thanks to the puncture and getting caught in the gravel trap, means that he will not be featuring in the final results. Yeah, thank you, Eoin. Thank you, Miika, for another super season of RTFR XL.
Yeah, you're most welcome, Pete. It has been a very fascinating championship. Gabor, of course, he's in our Twitch chat, so congratulations will go out to him for winning the title officially. He wasn't sure based off the point system if he had it or not, but he definitely has. So congratulations, Gabor, and full respect to Mooley and Johnny SVK for pushing as hard as they could to be declared runner-up in a very wonderful season. So well done to our top 3 drivers in the championship and all the others who earned some prize money for their efforts. So great season.
Yeah, first of all, congrats to Matty for taking this win. He did absolutely what he needed. It's a very much deserved win, while the others were messing up their pit stops and stuff. Second of all, what a season this was. I don't think there was any dull race this season. We got action plenty of times to repeat it over and over again. So it was great fun enjoying this season, and I hope we get more exciting stuff to come on the upcoming years.
Indeed. That's not it for RTFR action this year. We, of course, have the finale in RTFR coming up next Tuesday at Blackwood Historic Reversed with the XRG. But that is it for another season of RTFR XL in Limp for Speed. And we need to say some thank yous. Thanks, first of all, to Rony and the rest of the Race Green Events team for putting on another great championship. And to World Class Lines, of course, for supporting the championship with prize money and support for our broadcast as well. It is much appreciated, and it does give the drivers that extra incentive to perform week in, week out, of which that prize money can be allocated after tonight. Gabba will take the top spot, and the prize winners all receiving their payout after the season. So thank you very much to them. Thank you again to my colleagues Miika, Särkkinen, and Eoin for another brilliant season, and to Chris, of course, in the background for all of his hard work putting together the cameras and everything he does for the team. Thanks to him as well. And thanks to all of you for watching. It's been good, and we'll see you all again next time. We have another broadcast this week, 2 more in fact. Fox Friday on Friday, the 800th ever event from that championship, and the second round of the LFS France Endurance Series on Saturday. We hope you can all join us for that, but for now, from us here on Sim Broadcasts, have a good evening, and we'll see you all at the next one. Good night.
Bye.